Hello, today I just wanted to show you guys how to build this 3 sections sticky footer which sticks to the bottom of the page, and if it's more content, the content pushes the footer below the viewport. Okay, so I came across this article of Chris Mills. It's a pretty old article from October 2012, but it's a good introduction into Flexbox. It's called Flexbox Fast Track to Layout Nirvana, or Fast Track to Layout Nirvana. Question mark. So the examples he is given is this one, flexible fat footer. He has a variation of same example here. With the fixed widths, where you give the widths, actually the percentage widths to footer sections, but I just use the first one, but you can definitely check both examples. And I used his markup and most of his CSS. However, I also used a different technique to make the footer stick to the bottom of the page, because he is using position, I think it's position fixed, because his footer, as you see here, let's just launch it. You see his footer is just sticks to the bottom. It doesn't get pushed below the viewport by the content, and this is because he's using position fixed. I've used a different technique. I've used this one by Alex Carpenter.me. I'm gonna post both links again below the video. And this is his technique, and with this technique the footer sticks to the bottom of the page, but gets pushed by the content below the viewport if the content grows. Okay, so we can see here say I have a few paragraphs. I'm gonna uncomment these paragraphs. Okay, and this is what we have. You see the footer, it gets pushed like below the viewport, but again we comment them out, and we see that the footer sticks to the bottom. Okay, so let's see how it's built. Okay, here we have our markup, just body with the main. Within main we have h1, we have p, our paragraph, and then main close, and then we have the footer with 3 divs, first div, second div, and the third div. Okay, and let's see what's happening with this. Okay, the first rule, we're going to target our body, and I just already have these rules here. I'm just going to copy and paste, so just to save time by not just typing those. So I'm just going to explain the rules. On the body, what we have is we gave the body the width 70%, then margin 0 auto, 0 top bottom 0, and left and right auto, which centers the body in the center of the page. Let's see. Okay, this is our body, this is our gray border for the body. We also gave some padding, but this portion I will explain later. But basically this portion is from Alex Carpenter article for his sticky footer with Flexbox. So basically what's happening here is we make body display flex. We make it important. And flex direction column. So main axis runs from it means flex direction column means main axis runs from top to bottom. So cross axis will be from left to right. Okay, so and mean height, it makes the body stretch from top to bottom. So it's mean height 100 viewport heights VH. Okay, and the next one we target is our main. On the main we just put some padding and then just outline just to see where the main is in the layout. And this is our green outline for main. Next one we target the footer. So what's happening with the footer, I just gave border just to show the footer in the layout, that you see the footer. But this rule, actually this margin, is actually what makes the footer stick to the bottom of the page. And this is actually auto margin top auto margin. So the way auto margin work with Flexbox, it occupies the available space in the direction of the margin. So margin top auto, it just pushes the footer to the bottom. So let's see, we don't see it yet, but we will see it after we style the three divs, this one, and this one. Okay, let's see what's next. And now we can just do some styling for the divs. For the divs we have margin, top, bottom, and left, right, and some padding, and just to see those divs on the page. So this is our three divs. I also added some styles for H1 and H2. So our H1, H2, just some font, some margin. And our H1 is this one, and our H2 is the H2 contact links and copyright. Okay, next one, what we have is some styles on the UL, on the list item, and on the P, on the paragraphs. So it's font size, some line height, padding. So these two rules, they target this P, this paragraph, and UL, LI, okay, in the second div, and P as well here, and P here. Okay, so next one, just some also styling for P and LI. Font size and line height for the footer. And now comes the Flexbox footer itself. So let's just make a small section here, Flexbox footer. And okay, let's just take it, just explain this one by one. The first rule is for the footer. So the footer, we make footer display flex, and we use FlexFlow row wrap. FlexFlow is a shorthand for flex direction and flex wrap. So we have flex direction row and flex rep. Align items, this is to stretch items on the cross axis. Okay, footer, because footer is flex direction row, so meaning cross axis would be from top to bottom. So align items, it stretches items from top to bottom. Let's see if there's any change. Okay, yeah, so it's flex direction row. It stretches the items from top to bottom on the cross axis. Now the next three rules, they target each section of the footer. This one, ID first, ID second, and ID third. Okay, so those are shorthands for Flexbox. And I already have the rules here. I'm just gonna copy and paste. Okay, so what's happening here, you see we have 3 items, and we have flex grow 1, flex shrink 0, it doesn't shrink, and then flex base is 7 rem, 8 rem, here 7 rem, here flex grow 2, and flex grow 1.5. Okay, let's see what the change is. Okay, you see that's the first item, that's the second, the third, and links. Yeah, what's also is important, the second item is links. However, in the markup it comes second, but in the browser it comes as the third, like from left to right. So why this is so? It's because we put order 1 on the second. So if we comment out, this is how you can change the order of the items in the Flexbox flow, but it still remains the same in the markup. Okay, let's see. We comment out links, and okay, and now links, it jumps here in between those two. Okay, commented back. Okay, links is here. Okay, and now you see, let's see what's happening here. Okay, yes, what's happening here is our footer, because we put flex display flex important on the body and flex direction column, and then minimum height 1 VH, so stretches the whole body from top to bottom. And because on the footer we put where is this rule, because on the footer we put margin top auto, so margin top auto, it occupies the whole, it just takes the whole available space from here to here, this top margin. So just because what's happening here is our footer will always be stuck at the bottom of the page until there is enough content on the viewport, and this is because of the behavior of auto margins with Flexbox. So the margin will eat up the all available space in the direction of the margin. Okay. So next we have, and already now it's become pretty much like responsive, but now we just need to add our media queries. So now you see what's happening with this. Okay, and now we're gonna add some media queries just to make it behave responsively on the different screen sizes. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. because I already have this, and just explain the rules, what's happening here. Okay, just basically two media queries. What's happening is for max width 520 pixel, on the main we just change the padding, on the body we do padding bottom 0, and on the footer as well there's some change in the padding, but what's important here is on this screen of max width 520 we're changing the first, second and the third divs in the footer from 7 rem, 8 rem and then 7 rem, and also grow factor 1 to 1.5. We're changing them into 1 1 1 and then 10 10 10. I don't know, I think we can do like just as one rule, but I'm not sure. You can try, guys. I think it's like a chain selector, just what's called like after comma, but I actually don't remember. But you can try just make it as one rule. But okay, and now what we can do, we can just I think this rule we don't even need, like for 380. Let's comment this out, and what we can do now, just try this inspect and see what's happening. Okay, so responsive 460 by 525, so it behaves like this. Then 360 small, and Galaxy 360. What else? Pixel 411, Phone X 375, iPad 768, iPad Pro. You see footer sticks here. And what else? Surface Duo. Okay, so you can play with this width. Maybe it's too narrow. Just change it from 70% to different. Just put different rules and just try experiment with the widths, what's happening. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do this. Stick a footer with 3 sections. It sticks to the bottom of the page. Okay, so as always, thank you for watching, guys.